Hello, hello. This one I'm actually not going to, I'm not going to live stream this one episode because I'm actually short on time. As you can see, limited time missions are expiring in 1 hour. So I have to do 3 quests really fast. So let's just go straight into it. Let's do I was gonna do the entire Ordeal Call, 2 with commentary. Just cause, let me push that back. Just cause it's it's going to be a special chapter for me as the Dante simp, as one of the Dante simps out there. So let's just get into it. I will also do a non-commentary one as well on my alt account, but for this, I'm getting a kind of ominous vibe from here. All of these are sights I've seen before. They exist somewhere in my memories. I even feel some vague nostalgia for them. I'll never forget them, no matter how far apart we may be. Oh boy, here we go. Chapter I've been dreading for 2 years. ID. Something about this place feels wildly off, but there are also some faces here I recognize. Friendly faces. Smiling faces. Kind faces. I do find it comfortable here among them, but I'm also certain that this must be either some kind of dream or an illusion. In an instant, my ill-defined premonition becomes real, and I know that the end of this fragile facade is near. A dark cloak billows in the alley in a can't read fast enough. Already! In an instant, my ill-defined promotion becomes real, and I know that the end of this fragile facade is near. A dark cloak billows in the alley, and the final trumpet blares out. Open your eyes, put on your mystic code. Yes, Count. Let's go. For now, overcome the flames of vengeance and keep moving forward. Remember your path. Remember why you're here. Section 1. A Journey of Blood. Oh boy, here we go. I'm not ready. I'm not ready. That was so intense. That was so intense. Tokyo, the Call of Duty Case 2. Section 2. The Count? You mean the guy on the audio file they just played for us? You know, the guy who scattered all those questionable you-know-whats? Yep, that's the one. He created different versions of Yoga Mary, each themed around a specific element, and declared war on us. It looks like he's the latest of the foreign disciples. Right, that guy. He kind of reminds me of Limbo. He did have some kind of slimy conspirational vibe. Still, that being said, we have no idea if he's focused entirely on the moment, like Castor or Limbo was, or if he's more the sort of to plan ahead. At present, we don't even know his true name, so ideally I'd like to narrow down some possible identities. It'd be great if Trismegistus 2 could just work it out, but any data we don't... I can't read! It'd be great if Trismegistus 2 could just work it out, but it need data we just don't have. It need data we don't have. Which brings me to why we're gathered here, having this old-fashioned in-person meeting. So, this is where we come in? Exactly. Fine. Whatever. At least there's tea snacks. I guess that makes up for making me listen to that infuriating, butthole. Also, shouldn't you be talking to the tacticians here? Why us, of all people? Because today is the French group's turn. What? What? Mash, you don't just... You can't just say the French group's turn. That's... Because today's the French group's turn. I'm sorry. Okay. That's why Eugene d'Arc, Marie Antoinette are here. I feel like we're missing people. I guess this is be more accurate to call this the French girls group or the first singularity group. Anyway, this is our very first meeting of the Anti-Count Committee. Okay, so then why am I the only one here in the same spirit origin I had in the singularity? Not that it was actually me. I just know there's a record of me being there as well. Hey, wasn't I actually the bad guy there or something like that? Are you going somewhere with this? Shut up. The Count. Mari? Is something wrong? You don't look so good. Yes, I can see something's bothering you. Are you okay? I could take you to the infirmary if you need. No, I'm okay, but thank you, Jean. I don't have any concrete I can point to. I don't even have a clear memory of it. But there was something about the voice he played for us that seemed familiar somehow. It was a very vague, almost like a dream. But yes, I think there was something nostalgic about it. A voice that inspires nostalgia in Queen Marie Antoinette, huh? Fascinating. Does this mean that the Count is connected to 18th century French royalty? I don't know if that's a clear cut, but it's definitely not impossible. He is a Count after all. Sure, it could just be a nickname for Orin Elias, but it could also mean he really did used to be a noble. So, do we know any of Counts who could be heroic spirits? Yeah, sure, there's gotta be lots of Counts out there. Right, for starters, there are the big three Counts. The big three Counts. That's exactly what that's exactly what I'm going to say reaction. I can't tell if I heard that term. The big three Counts. Who? I suppose it might just be me who refers to them that way. Okay, that makes more sense, Mash. Because like, who the heck are we supposed to know who they are? Now, she didn't mean any harm. So can you tell us who these big three are? Yes, of course. First, there's Count Dracula, the famous fictional vampire based on Vlad. Uncle Vlad, huh? Second, there's Edmond Dantes, the Count of Monte Cristo. I haven't had a chance to speak with him yet, but I know that that title was one of the many names he went by. Oh, yeah. Him. I kinda hate how fancy that name makes him sound. Ooh, look at me, I'm the cat of Monte Cristo! Well, I think this title suits him very well. Oh, right, you guys are basically from the same time period. Yes, that's right. So who's the third count, then? That would be Count Calistro. He was most notably involved in a distressing incident pertaining to Queen Mary. Personally, I had a hard time choosing between him and Count Fersen for the third count. Say, Mash? What is it, Mari? Why is your finger on your lips? Oh, right. I'm so sorry. Nah, Count Fersen doesn't seem right to me. Count Calistro, on the other hand, I've had my eye on him as a possible foreign disciple too. Do you remember anything about him, Mary? So, what's this big distressing incident, huh? He tried to overthrow the royal family? I'm not sure. Maybe, possibly, that might have been part of it, I think. Oh great, that clears it right then. The incident was known as the Affair of the Diamond Necklace. It was a high-profile scandal involving the diamond necklace it's named for. The criminals responsible forged Queen Mary's signature, which led to a lot of public outrage aimed directly at her. Of course, the rumors turned out to be baseless, and her name was eventually cleared, but... Yes, that's right. I do love that necklace. I really do. It's absolutely beautiful, and it shines like the stars in the sky. But I can't deny there are some unpleasant memories associated with it. Just a few, mind you. Aw, Mary. That's terrible. I'm sorry that happened to you. At the time, the people of France were already very unhappy with the political situation and their own livelihoods. So, in a sense, the necklace incident may have given them a perfect target for their frustrations. But still, it's not right that Mary got blamed for something she didn't do. No, of course not. Okay, Queenie, listen up. When that crap happens, you burn everything to the ground. Everything. I can relate just a tiny bit, but seriously, do not do that. Anyway, the one thought to be chiefly responsible for the whole affair was... Count Alessandro di Calistro. He was an adventurer who was immensely popular with the people of France at that time. Adventurer? What else can you tell us about him? So what kind of person was he? I'm afraid I don't know much. I only met him in person once. Let's see. I think he made a splash in high Parisian society by claiming to be an expert in evocation. The word on the street was that he was a summoner, an alchemist, a physician, and a philanthropist. I think there were even some rumors that said he was the prince of an eastern country that had fallen to ruin. Wow, that's a lot of titles. I heard that he really did help the people of Paris by healing their illnesses and giving them money. So maybe he wasn't all that bad. Are you freaking crapping me? This is the same guy who tried to frame you for fraud, right? That's plenty evil in my book. That assumes he really was the mastermind, but yes, especially since the necklace in question was valued at 1.6 million livres. But the thing is, he was never tried for that crime in the court, was he? No, he wasn't. Wait, really? In the end, we never knew for sure whether he was innocent or just covered his tracks really well. Either way, he was still ultimately forced to leave Paris. Suffice to say, he was a mysterious man indeed, and we have no idea what he really did or didn't do. Some people believe that the distrust people felt for the royal family as a result of this necklace incident makes Count Calistro partly responsible for the French Revolution. Huh. Impressive. That's true. That would make him an enemy of the royal family's authority. And an adventurer of people. How did he come across to you, Mary? Do you remember your impression of him, Mary? Do you remember your impression of him, Mary? Well, I remember his manners were impeccable. But at the same time, it also kind of felt like there was something empty behind his smile. Mash. Right, Senpai. I feel like Mari's impressions of Count Calistro align with our impressions of his voice from when we encountered him the other day. Yeah, and that's not all. That whole bit about his smile being empty sounds super limbo-ish to me. Limbo-ish, huh? I know what you mean. Limbo-ish, huh? Indeed, that's entirely possible. There he is. Hi. Hi, Dantes. You were listening to us? Hi, Dantes. Dantes! It's nice to meet you. I'm Mash Caroline. You met him twice. I saw your name in the database, but this is our first time actually meeting. You met him twice. One at the Temple of Time, and also Summer 3. Mash has no memory. Huh. Of course it is, Bright One. I'm sure it's difficult for you to find me since my spirit origin is made from the shadows of a starless night. Could you cut with the whole popping up from the shadows routine out? You're gonna give me a heart attack. Not a fan of surprises, Alter? What are we gonna do with you? Stop acting like you're my dang big sister. Creeps me out. It's so nice to see two sisters getting along so well. I love you both. Of course, I also love Mash, Da Vinci, and you too, Master. And I love you as well, Count. Oh, I'm sorry, I really should be more specific, shouldn't I? How do you do, Count of Monte Cristo? Your Majesty. So, Dantes, you just said that's entirely possible. Can I ask what exactly it was you were talking about? Am I right in assuming you meant the possibility that this new foreign disciple was Count Calistro? You are. From everything I've heard, the Count, the new foreign disciple, seems to fit Calistro to a T. As I recall, you said he used a woman's dead body. Yes, he did. How very like him to dress up base vulgarity as satire. He makes me sick. Be warned, Magic Star. Calistro will stop at nothing to corner his prey. That's so... interesting. What is? Oh, that he's apparently so confident about this. I take it there are reasons you're so sure it's him, Dantes? Yes, he and I are bound together, no matter how much I wish it were otherwise. Bound together? Count Calistro may have been exonerated in regards to the necklace incident, but he went on to be imprisoned in Rome where he died in 1795. So how could you and he be bound together? How old were you back then? You must have been pretty young, no? I fail to see how you could have had much interaction with him. Your logic is sound. I first met him in 1838. But the man I saw was either blessed with eternal youth or an unnaturally extended lifespan. He would hardly be the first of his kind. Oh. Still, be careful around him. He has as slippery tenacious as a serpent. Okay, thanks. Bye. He just disappeared back into your shadow! Yeah, he does that. He must really like it in there. I think he's probably just using his spirit form. Happens all the time. happens all the time. Yes, it does. See, it's cause you keep letting people get away with this kind of crap that... whatever. If you're fine, it's fine. So according to Dantes, Count Calistro did not die at Forte de Lis... Well, I can't speak Spanish, I apologize. did not die at Forte di San Leo in 1795, but was somehow able to extend his lifespan such that he was still active in 1838. Well, he was rumored to be a summoner and an alchemist. If he really was part of the Mage Crown world, then it's definitely possible. Of course, ever since the AD era began, most mages have tried to keep themselves out of the history books. But I guess there are always exceptions. That's rich coming from you. Oh, but I guess it's not really you, is it? Come now, Alter. Mash was going to point that out before you stole her thunder. No, I wasn't. I was just... No, you have a point. My previous self was unusual in that regard. She was an unparalleled Renaissance genius, after all. Well, of course, everyone knows that Leonardo da Vinci was a genius who made an undeniable mark on history. It's amazing what you accomplished. Triumphantly giggling. Is being a genius really all that great? It sure is. That's our Da Vinci for you. I wish I was a genius. Yeah. Of course it's great. If I happen to go to the same school as you, a magic star, I'd get full marks on every test and every subject, no question. Oh, except for PE, of course. Yeah, you'd suck at PE. No fair. And excluding PE only makes it unfair. But like, even putting that aside, aren't you too young to go to the same school as her? Not necessarily. A genius like her could have skipped a few grades to get there. Huh. Is that right? Then I guess it'd probably work out. I bet school would have been a lot more fun there with you, Da Vinci. Yeah, I sure would. Then again, I'd probably make a better teacher than student. Oh my, what an adorable teacher you make. I know I'd love attending a school where you were teaching. That sounds great. I wish we could go all to school like that. I never attended school before. Me neither. I like to go to school to teach you. I like to go to the school you teach at too, Miss Da Vinci. School, huh? That does sound fun, but opening school in Chaldea would be one heck of a job. Say, Master, you used to go to school before you came to Chaldea, right? Any geniuses like her at your school? Nah, I don't think so. I'd remember anyone on Da Vinci's level. No, my school was pretty ordinary. Ordinary, huh? Yeah, that's about your speed. Perhaps I said too much. Still, it was worth the trouble. Now I know where my spirit origin, my flames must go. Okay. That's not good. The Call of Duty, Very well. Then I will answer that call in my own way. He stops speaking, exhales a faint breath. Normally this would be where his distinctive laughter echoed through the hallway like a joyous applause. But today, there is no applause. There is no thunderous laughter. There is only the low, curt sound of measured breathing, tinged with a bloody cough. And with that, he slowly sits off for parts unknown. No, not like this! Not like this! Oh, God. The Count? Haddock, hello, boyfriend. You mean the new foreign disciple? What about him? Count Halistro? I see. True, he's arguably one of the greatest con artists of all time. Haddock? You okay there, buddy? Alright, Magic Star, if you won't say it, I will. Around Chaldea, the first person the title Count brings to mind can only be Edmond Dantes, the Count of Monte Cristo. And then there's what happened with Holmes. Technically, he may not have betrayed us, but I really don't think Dantes is the Count we're looking for. The Count didn't say anything like Dantes. Holmes didn't betray us. Oh my god. Holmes didn't betray us. The Count didn't sound anything like Dantes. I really don't think Dantes is the Count we're looking for. Okay, Caddock, please. Please. That would be too obvious. The Count didn't sound anything like Dantes. Yeah. So what? There are any number of ways to disguise your voice with magecraft or even just modern technology. That alone doesn't prove anything. Am I wrong? I guess not. Hey, come on. I'm not blaming you or anything. I'm just saying, if you want to trust him, don't do it blindly. No! Don't do this to me, Caddock. You don't have to stay away from him, but you should at least keep an eye on him, that's all. No! No, he's... Caddock, he's my... No, Sheesh, that was maybe the most begrudging nod I've ever seen, but I guess it's fine. Yeah, I'll keep an eye on him. My job here is just to nitpick. You're the last Master of Chaldea. Whatever you decide, it's your call to make. Yes, thanks, Caddock. I'm still helping on your help, senpai. I'm still counting on your help, senpai. Don't call me that. Alrighty. Alright. Huh? An emergency alert? What's going on? My apologies. That was supposed to be a code yellow, not a red alert. At any rate, Master, please come to the command room as soon as possible. Got it. We are on our way. Let's go. Let's go. I just said that, Caddock. I just said that. Senpai! There you are, Magic Star. Ah, foul. I got you. I've got you. Exactly 1 minute after I contact you. Excellent work, as always, Master Chaldea. Our condition is currently set to green. We are not expecting to engage in combat at this time. But the situation remains dire, right, Technical Advisor? Yeah, first off, Magic Star, Caddock, thanks for coming. In the event of alert, it's standard operating procedure to stand by in the command room. Not really the kind of thing you need to thank us for. What happened to Vinci? It's another unexpected situation. Even I couldn't believe what was happening. The heroic spirit summoning system activated on its own. On its own? You mean someone was summoned here without our involvement? This isn't a matter of someone just being added to the spirit watching graph. They materialized right here on the border. Is that even possible? I mean, it takes a ton of magical energy to summon a heroic spirit. I've heard there are 4 magical reactors here in the storm border. But they've got to have their hands full just keeping all the existing heroic spirits around. I know there are exceptions like when Habitat materialized, but even so. What the heck's going on with the activation controls? Don't tell me you forgot to lock it down properly. We didn't know. They're constantly protected by electronical, physical, and magical safeguards. Disabling them requires authorization from both the director and Da Vinci. And Senpai, the master forming the contract with the summoned servant, needs to be present to activate it as well. At least, that was my understanding. I don't understand it. How could this be happening? Normally, it shouldn't be possible for the system to activate on its own, especially since it needs to connect to the magical reactors to power itself. So whatever happened, the Nemos in the engine room must have seen it. And on that note, go ahead, engine room. Hey, this is the engine room. It's like I told you. Usually whenever you summon a servant, we get a request for energy element and adjust the reactors accordingly. But we did nothing of the sort this time. As far as I could tell, the dang levels just adjusted themselves. What? You're saying the machinery activated on its own? It ain't like that. It's running all the time anyway, and the longer you run something like this without giving it a break, the better the chances of weird stuff happening. There's no way for us to be completely certain that everything's working in perfect order. Professor's been checking to see if anything's broken, and Captain blah blah is trying to figure out what went wrong. Captain Nemo. He's pretty worked up too. Says it's not right that he doesn't know what's going on in his own body. So not even Captain Nemo knows what's going on. Hard to believe he really has no idea what's happening with his own noble phantasm. Good point. I may need to take a little more time to really dig into the details. I'm going to go plugged into the ship and run a scan of the whole border. Would you give me a hand, Sion? Certainly. This, isn't turning into one of those horror movies moments, is it? You know, like, where the call's coming from inside the house? Most things we're afraid of aren't unknown, so in that sense, maybe. We've got a room full of experienced mages who know all about the mystics most people have no clue exist. And yet, we still have no idea what's giving us the run our hair. Yep. Sounds like a horror movie. Ow! Ow! Stop that! I don't need you headbutting my side. So, by the way... where is this newly summoned servant? Well, about that... Sorry, I tried to get him to stay put, but he wouldn't listen. He just kept heading this way no matter what. Hey, stop! Stop! Dang it! There you are. I finally found you. Does that mask, does this mean... I am Hassan of the Shining Star Assassin. Hassan of the Shining Star Assassin. We meet again, Master. Again? Did you say again? That's unusual. Maybe he retains records of his past materializations. What are you talking about? I'm pretty sure we never met before. Did you forget the time we fought together in Tokyo? Oh, he's cute. I know we didn't promise to meet again, but we must have formed a connection that brought us together. I see. If you're here, then this must be Chaldea. Tokyo? I've never met you in Tokyo. I've been to Shinjuku, but I never saw you there. Wait. Is this what I think it is? There are theories that say our understanding of the passage time doesn't apply to the Throne of Heroes. Maybe that's what's going on here. It could be that this Hassan of the Shining Star is... We never met in Shinjuku. I'm positive about that. Hmm? It wasn't just Shinjuku. We fought in Odaiba too. No, wait. I can see you really don't remember. I see. I must have been summoned too early. No way! Then you're saying... You met Magic Star here in a future singularity? Huh? The Count of Monte Cristo, Edmund! You and I have met before, isn't that right? Mm-hmm. I'm not sure. Hassan! He just took up his blade. It looks like Dantes has set him on edge. You... Wait! Senpai! Are you insane? Don't step in between two heroic spirits about to fight. It's okay. We can just talk things out. I'm sure there's been a misunderstanding. I'm gonna take the first one. It's okay. We could talk things out. Magic Star, are you okay? Uh-oh. I know that look! She's about to fall into another remnant state! Prepare to support her vital organs! I'm sorry, Mash. There are 3 in total. No, you people need to either disable or filter all the remaining distortions. I know I'm only repeating what you've heard before, but listen up. These distortions are like singularities. But they aren't connected to human history. At the moment, the only singularities you need to be wary of are the elements. This means that every one of these distortions is located somewhere far beyond what you're used to. A gray sky. A sky so low it looks fit to come crashing down at any moment. Beneath the sky sprawls a cityscape. That's where you are, I am, right now. I know these sights. I've seen them somewhere before. They exist somewhere in my memories. I even feel some vague nostalgia for them. A perfectly ordinary, quiet little suburb. It looks just like the places I knew, like the town where I once lived a regular life. Perhaps those are the kinds of thoughts going through your head right now. Yes, this looks just like the way to school. I say the words out loud. That's right, this is the way to school. The road I take to walk there from home. This road I've seen before. This is one of the sights that's now buried somewhere in my memories. And now, I'm here. I have come here via a race shift. So, this is where I've come. Or wait, it feels like someone called me? To Tokyo? Hmm. Alright, that's our limited time mission done. We'll continue on another day. That was I'm pretty hyped, man. That was such a good introduction, man. That really was such a good introduction. That was a good introduction, yeah. I'm excited. I'm excited to read OC2. Really excited. Hopefully the audio quality is not that bad, but we'll see. I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching!